In a quiet village called Udo, there lived a young woman named Amaka. She was beautiful, kind, and wise. Everyone in the village loved her, and many young men wanted to marry her. But Amaka had not found the right one yet. One day, she visited a well-known prophet who lived in a small hut near the river. The prophet looked into the sky, then into the fire, and said, "Your husband's name will be Tony." Amaka was surprised. "Tony?" she asked. "Yes," the prophet nodded. "He is coming soon." 3 weeks later, Amaka met a man while buying palm oil at the market. He had a wide smile, and they spoke for a long time. "My name is Tony," he said before he left. Amaka smiled quietly. Could he be the one? The next day, she met another man while fetching water from the stream. He helped her carry her pot. "My name is Tony," he said as he waved goodbye. Amaka was confused. Another Tony? By the end of the week, Amaka had met 5 men, and all of them were named Tony. They were all kind, handsome, and everything she ever dreamed of. But which one was the right Tony? She decided to visit the prophet again to ask for help. But when she arrived at the hut, she met an old woman sitting outside, crying softly. "The prophet passed away yesterday," the woman said. Amaka's heart sank. Without the prophet's help, Amaka knew she had to find the right Tony by herself. So she decided to spend time with each Tony and learn about their hearts.
The first Tony she met was Tony the farmer. He grew yams, cassava, and maize. He woke up early and worked under the sun all day. He was strong and always smelled like earth. He gave Amaka fresh fruits and showed her his small farm. The second Tony was Tony the singer. He had a voice like the wind that blows through trees. Every evening, he sang to the villagers. Children danced around him and old women clapped their hands. When Amaka listened, her heart felt light. The third Tony was Tony the teacher. He taught numbers, letters, and stories to little children. He loved books and always had chalk dust on his fingers. He told Amaka she was smart and asked her about her dreams. The fourth Tony was Tony the trader. He traveled to many towns and came back with stories and goods. He wore fine clothes and had shiny shoes. He gave Amaka a necklace from a faraway land and told her she was special. The fifth Tony was Tony the drummer. He played the talking drum at festivals. His hands moved fast and his rhythm made people dance until the moon came out. He told Amaka that music spoke without words, just like love. Amaka liked them all. Each Tony made her feel happy in different ways, but she knew she could only choose one. So she watched them closely and listened to her heart. She visited Tony the farmer again. He showed her how to plant a yam. "Farming is like love," he said. "It takes time, care, and patience." Amaka smiled, but she wasn't sure yet. When she visited Tony the singer, he sang her a song he made just for her. "You are the light of my path," he sang softly. His voice gave her goosebumps. But was he the real Tony? Tony the teacher told her stories from his books. Love is not only about feelings. It's about growing together, learning from one another. Amaka lacked his wisdom, but her heart still waited. Tony the trader took her to the big market. He bought her roasted corn and told her funny stories. "With me, life will never be boring," he said. Amaka laughed, but she wondered if that was enough. Tony the drummer played his drum under the stars just for her. The beat was slow and sweet. "Listen to your heart," he said. "It knows what it wants." That night, Amaka couldn't sleep. She sat outside her hut, looking up at the sky. "How do I choose?" she whispered. The stars twinkled, but gave no answer. Then she remembered something the prophet had told her before. "Your real Tony will show you, not just tell you." That thought stayed in her heart. The next morning, Amaka decided to test each Tony, not to trick them, but to see how they acted when no one was watching. She wanted to see who truly cared, not just who said the nicest words.
She went to Tony the farmer first. She said, "I forgot my basket at the stream." He looked tired, but stood up right away. He said, "Let's go together." He carried her empty basket like it was full. He said, "Helping you is never too hard." Then she visited Tony the singer. She asked, "Can you help me wash my clothes today?" He smiled, but said, "My voice is my gift, not my hands." He offered to sing while she washed, but didn't lift a finger. Amaka thanked him, but her heart felt unsure. Tony the teacher was next. She told him she had a headache and couldn't cook. He came with hot yam porridge and even swept her hut. He said, "We care for the ones we love." Amaka smiled gently. When she visited Tony the trader, she told him her roof was leaking. He said, "Oh no, let me send someone to fix it." He gave her coins but didn't stay to help. He was off to another town. Amaka felt the coins in her hand but not warmth in her chest. Tony the drummer was playing in the village square. She asked him if he could help her fetch water. He said, after the dance. She waited, but he didn't come. Amaka walked home alone under the moon. That night, Amaka sat under the old tree and thought. All 5 Tonys had something special, but not all of them had time for her when she needed them. She closed her eyes and remembered what the prophet said, "He will show you," and she began to see it more clearly now. The next day, she invited all 5 Tonys to her hut. She made sweet rice with palm oil and fish. After the meal, she asked them one question. "Why do you love me?" Tony the farmer said, "Because you are strong and gentle, like the earth I plant on." Tony the singer said, "Because your eyes inspire songs I never knew I could sing." Tony the teacher said, "Because with you I want to learn more and teach more. You make me better." Tony the trader said, "Because you shine brighter than the gold I bring from other lands." Tony the drummer said, "Because my heart beats like my drum when I see you." Amaka thanked them all. Their words were sweet, but she needed more than sweet words. She needed truth that felt like home. She asked them all to spend one day each with her, doing what she did daily. That way, she could see who truly wanted to be part of her real life. Tony the farmer helped her pound yam, sweep the compound, and even fed her goats. He didn't complain once. At the end of the day, he said, "I will do this every day with joy." Tony the singer came the next day. He sang while she worked, but didn't help much. Singing is helping too,
he said. Amaka smiled, but deep inside, she felt tired doing everything alone. Tony, the teacher, not only helped, he asked questions. How do you care for your goats? Where did you learn to cook like this? He listened and learned. He also helped her laugh when her hands got tired. Tony the trader came on his day with a bag full of gifts, cloth, beads, and perfumes. You don't have to do chores, he said. Just look beautiful. Amaka laughed politely, but her hands still smelled of smoke and soap by nightfall. Tony the drummer came late and left early. He said he needed to practice for the next festival. He told her, "You are amazing, but I'm not really good with chores." After those 5 days, Amaka sat alone under the mango tree. She looked at her palms, rough from work, and thought about all she had seen. Only 2 Tonys truly shared her work with joy, the farmer and the teacher. She closed her eyes again and thought about the words, "He will show you." Then she remembered something else. On her birthday, weeks before she met the Tonys, one of them had left a small pot of stew at her door when she was sick. No name, just a simple note. Eat well and rest. T. She had forgotten that moment until now. She ran into her hut, opened her wooden box and found the note. She stared at the handwriting. It looked like the teacher's writing, the same round letters, the same simple way of writing. Her heart beat fast. She ran to the teacher's hut. "Did you leave this stew for me many weeks ago?" He looked surprised, then smiled. "I didn't want you to know it was me. I just wanted you to feel cared for."
Tears filled Amaka's eyes. It was him. She finally knew. "You didn't just tell me, you showed me," she whispered. Tony the teacher held her hand gently. "I didn't know if I was the one the prophet meant. I just wanted you to be happy." Amaka nodded. "You are the one. You are the real Tony." The village rejoiced when Amaka and Tony the teacher announced their love. The other Tonys smiled and gave their blessings, though their eyes were soft with goodbye. Their wedding was filled with laughter, drums, and dancing under the stars. Even Tony the drummer played a song for them.